I am currently highlighting each of the 6 human gods who will be present during the events of Guild Wars 3, plus one additional bonus entity that I want to talk about. Today we are diving into the most important details related to Grenth. Grenth is the god of darkness, ice, and death, a lord of necromancy and one of the most important figures worshipped by humanity. Within recent years, we have seen some stuff connected to Grenth pop up here and there. Within the Equivod Forest of Cantha, the Kurzik House Sturheim worships Grenth and holds a powerful artifact, the Heart of Grenth, within the Vaudhurt's crypts. An environment that is very fun and very reminiscent of death. For anyone who likes the themes of death in media, or perhaps plays as a necromancer yourself, Grenth is an incredibly interesting character that personifies death incredibly well. In many ways, he is truly Death's herald and is the true Lord of Death for humanity as he shepherds their souls to the afterlife. An afterlife of which, known as the Underworld, is a part of the mists where newly dead, unguided souls from Tyria enter. Within this realm, they are judged and sent to their own afterlives. Throughout history, we have had the opportunity to enter the Underworld on multiple occasions and explore these regions. And a part of this section, the mists was usurped by Mad King Thorn and turned into his own realm where adventurers may travel to during the Shadow of the Mad King Festival. I want to quickly mention that I made a full video highlighting the story of the Underworld, and I definitely suggest that you watch it if you want to learn more specifics, some of which we'll talk about again in a moment, but I'll have a link to that down in the description. During the events of Path of Fire, adventurers learned that Balthazar, as he went against the other gods in his quest for power, learned how to get to the Underworld through the assistance of Palawajoko, and began to steal the souls from within to forge them into twisted constructs of living metal and fire to act as his servants. All of this done against the wishes of Grenth. But as we look ahead, or to the past with Guild Wars 3, Grenth is an incredibly interesting character because the setting of Guild Wars 3 takes place right after Grenth ascends to godhood. Grenth was originally born as a half-god to the human goddess Dwayna, as well as an unnamed mortal sculptor, who some think may be Malcor, but it is never confirmed. The previous god in the human pantheon who served as the god of death was Doom, an incredibly powerful tyrant who consumed the souls of the dead instead of ferrying them to an afterlife. This prevented resurrection and undeath. Grenth, a powerful half-god in his own right, rallied 7 mortals alongside him and challenged the god of death, Doom himself, eventually defeating him and allowing Grenth to consume much of Doom's power to become the new god of death and join his mother Dwayna among the pantheon of the gods. Grenth sealed Doom within the Hall of Judgment to attempt to make sure that he could never rise to power again. But of course, at least once during the events of the original Guild Wars, as well as again in Guild Wars 2, we see Doom attempt to break free, but is ultimately always defeated. As Grenth claimed control of the Underworld, he elevated those 7 mortals who helped him into powerful immortal avatars known as the 7 Reapers, who would work to control the Underworld under Grenth's direction. During the events of Guild Wars 3, we should expect there to be some conflict with the idea of Grenth becoming the new god of death. Those who follow Doom must now turn their minds to the teachings of Grenth or work against the new god of death. And throughout Or and the rest of humanity as a whole, Grenth was a new figure for humanity to worship alongside the other human gods. The first follower of Grenth was a woman named Desmina who had been scorned and exiled because of her admiration for power. Grenth offered her control over the dead in exchange for her eternal loyalty, to which she agreed, and from there the Church of Grenth was established and began to grow in power over the centuries to come. Those such as Mausolus would travel the world and spread the teachings of Grenth, ensuring Grenth's dominion. Within Guild Wars 3, we may be able to meet Grenth himself, but we should also expect that we may be able to meet characters such as Desmina, Mausolus, and the 7 Reapers. While the events of Guild Wars 2 suggest that Doom will not be making a major return in the future, I made a joke as Guild Wars 3 was announced. The primary reason we are getting a prequel is so that we can see and fight Doom once again, which could be a very real possibility. But with whatever stories we see, whatever iconic locations we visit, I hope we see many themes related to Grenth and death as a whole throughout Guild Wars 3. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. I am definitely excited for Guild Wars 3 for so many reasons, but one of the biggest has to be with all the different themes and elements present within the game that will be connected to Grenth. I feel like there is so much to explore, especially with a character who may be pretty important to the story. I hope you all are taking great care of yourselves. Have a good one, everyone.